Hi, this is Adam. We had a group talk today with 4 people, Akari, Eriko, Hiroshi, and Miyoko. And the topic of our session was your favorite trip. So some new vocabulary that we saw today was saturated, which means not able to take any more. For example, the market for hair salons in Japan is saturated. Hassle. This is something which you don't want to do. For example, it's a hassle to clean my room, or it's a hassle to do my washing, something like that. Fragrant, something which has a nice smell, like a candle, or when you're talking about food, like a curry or ginger ale, it gives off a nice smell. So, for example, ginger beer is more fragrant than ginger ale. Homebrew. This is talking about making your own beer, which we often do in Australia. So in Australia, homebrew is a cheap way to get a lot of beer. Colleagues, these are the people that you work with. For example, I went to a hanami with my colleagues last weekend. Some things which people had difficulty with, the difference between see and watch. See is just for something like happens in an instant, so you see a poster or see this pen, see. Watch is for a video or a TV show or a play. So for example, you wouldn't say I went to watch the cherry blossoms. You'd say I went to see the cherry blossoms. Okay, number 2, known for. So when you ask about a city, you should say, what is this city known for? Or a person, what is he known for? Okay, talking about something that city has that is famous, or that person has a skill which is well known. Being a. So when you answer, what is this city known for? If you're talking about the city itself, you should say, it's known for it's known for being a port city, or it's known for being a very artistic city, or something like that. Not much difference. When we're talking about two things which are almost the same, you should say there's not much difference instead of it's a small difference. Okay. So when we use plurals, be very careful. Okay. You shouldn't say there are a hot spring. If there are many, you should say there are hot springs. Okay? Good. So today we first started talking about food and alcohol because Miyoko told us that she and her husband run a restaurant together, small cozy restaurant in Yokohama. So she told us that she has a license for serving wine. We had a good talk about many different kinds of drink, and she even knew some wineries which were close to my house when I lived in Adelaide. She taught us a good wine pouring technique and how to twist your hand at the end when you stop the flow. Yeah, so Eriko actually told us that there's a very sweet kind of sake which she's been drinking lately. I didn't know that there was such a variety of different tastes for sake. Okay, so after today's lesson, Hiroshi said that he was going to get a haircut. He always goes to the same barber in Hachiobori, I think, near Tokyo. I'm not sure if that's the correct name for the station. But he says he always goes to this really famous barber, and he got a really good discount deal, so he paid for 1 whole year's worth of haircuts. He gets 2 haircuts a month, so 24 haircuts. He paid in one lump sum and got a discount, so that's a pretty good idea, you know. I mean, if you realize that you're always going to get a haircut every month, then if you can get a cheaper price, that's good. So we talked about Japanese haircuts. You know, I think Japanese hairdressers have really high level of skill because there are so many hair salons in Japan. There's so much competition that you have to have a high level, otherwise you're finished. Also, Japanese hair is kind of straighter than, foreign hair, I guess. So it's very difficult. If you make a mistake, it's very obvious, you know, with Japanese hair. Okay, so after that we talked about today's topic, some good places to travel. Within Japan, not overseas, we talked about just within Japan. So first, of course, was Kyoto, and everyone seemed to agree that Arashiyama was a really good place to visit in Kyoto. Especially in the summer, it's much cooler than other parts, and it has a lot of greenery and some nice temples around there. Apart from Kyoto, many people also seem to think that Kyushu is a great place to visit. So you can go to Fukushima, and from Fukushima you can even take a ferry over to Korea, very cheap ferry, only costs 10,000 yen, and you arrive in Busan, and you can have some great seafood. So that sounds pretty nice. Also, while you're in Kyushu, you could visit the area Oita, which was suggested by Eriko. This has some really nice hot springs, so yeah, sounds nice. Hiroshi suggested going to Hokkaido because he said there's a really nice potato soup which you can have in a sushi restaurant, but he didn't remember where it was or the name of the soup, so maybe next time you can tell me. Miyako also suggested Hokkaido is good to go to in the winter, so you can see the ice festival, where there are many interesting or funny sculptures carved out of ice. Hiroshi said that when he was there, he saw one which was in the shape of Kojima Yoshio. So yeah, I really want to travel to more places in Japan, so if you have any other good suggestions, please tell me, and maybe I'll go there when I have a day off.